Welcome back to the Behavior Code. I'm Maria.
And I'm Gabriel. So, Maria, I want you to picture something. You're at a party or a networking event or even just, I don't know, a coffee shop.
Okay, I'm with you.
And someone walks in. They're not necessarily the loudest person, not the most conventionally attractive, not wearing anything flashy, but the energy in the room just shifts. Everyone sort of notices them.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. We all know someone like that. It's like a gravitational pull. People just want to be around them, listen to what they have to say. They have this presence.
Presence. That's the perfect word for it. And it begs the question, right? Why them? Why do some people have this almost effortless magnetism, while others, struggle to be heard in a conversation?
Exactly. And it's so frustrating when you're on the other side of that coin, isn't it? You feel like you have valuable things to say, but you can't seem to get a foothold in the conversation. You get talked over, or worse, just ignored.
Well, that's what we're diving into today. This phenomenon isn't magic, it's psychology. It's what we call a magnetic personality. It's like social physics. Some people are suns and others are, well, space dust. But the fascinating thing, and the reason we're doing this episode, is that it's not a fixed state. You're not doomed to be space dust forever.
And the good news is, it's not an exclusive club. Today on the Behavior Code, we're breaking down the science behind magnetic personalities, what makes them tick, and how you can cultivate that same presence in your own life.
So let's start with a basic definition. When we say magnetic personality, what are we actually talking about? Because I think a lot of people get it wrong.
Yeah, they do. The first misconception is that it's about physical appearance, or being the smartest person in the room, or even being the most extroverted.
Right? It has nothing to do with that. I've seen incredibly charismatic people who are quiet, introverted even. It's an internal quality that radiates outward.
That's a great way to put it. It's not about what you say, but the energy behind what you say. It's an emotional energy. It's rooted in a very specific blend of confidence, presence, and empathy, really.
Let's break that down. The confidence part is key, and we'll get into that more later, but it's a certain kind of confidence. It's not arrogance.
Not at all. It's a quiet self-assurance. And the presence piece, that's about being fully where you are. You know when you're talking to someone and you can just tell their mind is a million miles away. They're thinking about their to-do list or what they're going to say next.
Oh, all the time? Their eyes are glazed over. You feel like you're talking to a wall.
Exactly. A magnetic person is the opposite of that. When they're with you, they are 100% with you. They're listening, they're engaged. Their focus is a gift they're giving you in that moment.
And that's where the empathy comes in. It's not about them being the center of attention. It's about their ability to make you feel like the center of their attention. That's the real core of it.
Totally. So to sum it up, a magnetic personality isn't about looks or money or being a social butterfly. It's an aura of calm confidence and genuine presence that makes other people feel seen and valued.
Perfectly said. So, let's dive into the first and maybe the most foundational trait.
Let's do it. Trait number 1 is confidence without arrogance. This one is so crucial.
It really is because they're so easily confused. Arrogance is loud. Arrogance needs to prove itself. It boasts, it brags, it puts others down to lift itself up. It's rooted in insecurity.
It's a defense mechanism. True magnetic confidence is quiet. It's calm. It's a state of being. A person with this kind of confidence doesn't need to announce their accomplishments. They just embody them.
And a huge part of this is that they are not seeking approval. You can feel it. People who are constantly seeking validation give off this needy energy. It's draining.
Yes, it's repellent, really. But someone who is comfortable in their own skin, who likes themselves, who isn't looking to you to tell them they're okay, that is incredibly attractive. You feel like you can just relax around them.
There's a subtle behavior tied to this that I find fascinating. Magnetic people don't over-explain themselves. And it's not just about relaxing, it's about respect. When someone isn't desperately trying to get you to like them, you paradoxically end up respecting them more. Their sense of self-worth is internal, not external, and that's a powerful statement.
Ooh, that's a good one. What do you mean by that?
Well, if they make a decision, say, to leave a party early, they won't give a 10-minute speech about why. They won't say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I have to get up early for this thing, and the dog needs to be walked, and I have this deadline."
Right, right. They'll just say, "It was great seeing you all. I'm heading out now."
Exactly. Over-explaining is a subtle way of asking for permission or approval for your choice. Calm confidence just makes the choice. It doesn't require external validation. People pick up on that self-trust and they find it compelling.
It implies you're sure of yourself. And that feeling of certainty is something people are naturally drawn to, especially in a world that feels so uncertain all the time.
So that calm, non-needy, self-assured vibe is the foundation, which leads perfectly into the second trait, because it's about turning that internal state outward.
Right. Trait number 2, they make people feel important. This is where the magic really happens.
It really is, because they have that solid foundation of self-worth. They don't need the conversation to be about them. They're not waiting for their turn to talk. They are genuinely curious about the person in front of them.
We've all been in conversations with someone where you can literally see them just loading up their next story, not hearing a word you're saying.
Waiting to pounce. But magnetic people practice what psychologists call active listening. They ask open-ended questions. They nod. They give verbal cues like, uh-huh, or tell me more. They're not just hearing, they're understanding.
And they remember things, the little things. They'll see you a month later and say, "Hey, how did that presentation you were nervous about go?" Or, "How is your dog Max doing?"
That right there, that is a superpower. In a world where everyone is distracted and self-absorbed, having someone remember a small detail about your life feels incredible.
It makes you feel valued. It communicates, nonverbally, you matter. You are worth remembering. And that feeling is addictive. We are all starved for that kind of genuine attention.
Totally. So their confidence allows them to stop focusing on themselves, and that freedom allows them to focus intensely on others, which in turn makes those other people feel amazing. It's a powerful feedback loop.
It's a huge part of the charisma equation. But there's another layer to it, which might seem a bit contradictory at first.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Okay, so trait number 3 is a sense of mystery and emotional control.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. This ties back to the not over-explaining thing. While they are great listeners, they aren't an open book themselves. Not immediately, anyway.
Exactly. They don't overshare. In our culture of TMI, telling your whole life story to someone you just met at the coffee shop, it's become normalized. But magnetic people hold a little back.
This isn't about being deceptive or cold. It's about understanding that vulnerability is earned. By not putting everything on the table at once, they create a sense of depth. It makes you curious. You want to know more about them.
It's like a good book. You get a little bit chapter by chapter. You don't read the last page first. That curiosity is a huge element of attraction, both platonic and romantic.
And the second part of that is emotional control. They are masters of what psychologists call self-regulation. They don't have huge reactive mood swings. Someone says something rude, they don't immediately lash out. They face a setback. They don't spiral into public despair.
They're stable. They're an anchor. That emotional predictability makes them feel safe to be around. You're not walking on eggshells wondering which version of them you're going to get today.
That is so key. Their calmness is contagious. When things get chaotic, people look to the calmest person in the room for guidance. That steady emotional energy becomes a source of strength for everyone else.
So they have this calm confidence, they make you feel important, and they have this intriguing, stable presence. What's next?
Trait number 4, and this one might also sound a little strange, but it's vital. They have strong boundaries.
Ah, yes, the opposite of a people pleaser.
Exactly. Think about it. Someone who says yes to everything, who is always available, who constantly changes their opinions to match yours. Is that magnetic?
No, not at all. It actually signals a lack of self-respect. If you don't value your own time and energy, why should anyone else?
That's the core of it. Magnetic personalities are not afraid to say no. They protect their time. They protect their energy. They don't commit to things they don't want to do out of guilt or obligation.
And because their yes isn't a given, it means more when you get it. If they agree to help you with a project or spend time with you, you know it's because they genuinely want to. It's not an automatic response.
Right? Scarcity creates value. By having boundaries, they are implicitly communicating that their time and presence are valuable. This isn't done with arrogance. It's done with simple self-respect. And people are deeply, deeply attracted to others who respect themselves.
It's a form of authenticity, too. They're not pretending to want to do something. You always know where you stand with them, and that honesty, even if it's a no, is better than a disingenuous yes.
100%. It builds trust. So you have this person who is self-assured, makes you feel seen, is emotionally stable, and respects themselves. What's the final piece?
The final piece is the spark. Trait number 5 is energy and passion.
So it's not all calm and composed.
No, and this is important, they're not monotone robots. They have things they are genuinely, deeply passionate about. And when they talk about those things, their energy becomes, well, electric.
Yes, that authentic enthusiasm is incredibly contagious. You could know nothing about, say, 18th century pottery, but if you listen to someone who is truly passionate about it, talk for 5 minutes, you suddenly find yourself fascinated.
Totally. Their eyes light up, they speak with more animation, more certainty. That passion gives them a vitality that draws people in. Apathy is draining, but passion is a magnet.
It shows they have a rich inner world. They have interests, hobbies, a purpose. They aren't just passively floating through life, they are actively engaged with it. And we want to be around people who are engaged with life.
It inspires us. Their energy can literally lift the energy of an entire group. You leave a conversation with them feeling more optimistic, more energized yourself.
So it's the combination of that calm, steady baseline with these focused bursts of passionate energy. That dynamic range is what makes them so compelling to be around.
All right, so let's bring it all home. We've covered the 5 core traits of a magnetic personality.
Let's do a quick recap. First, we have confidence without arrogance, that quiet internal self-assurance.
Second, they make people feel important. They use that confidence to focus on others, listen deeply, and remember the details.
Third, mystery and emotional control. They don't overshare, and they maintain a calm, stable emotional presence.
Fourth, strong boundaries. They respect their own time and energy, which makes others respect them more.
And fifth, energy and passion. They have a zest for life, and their enthusiasm is contagious.
And the most important takeaway from all of this, the thing we really want you to hear, is that this is not a fixed trait. No one is born with a magnetic personality gene.
Absolutely. Every single one of these traits is a skill. It's a collection of habits and mindsets that can be learned, practiced, and developed over time.
It's about being intentional. It's about deciding to listen more than you speak. It's about practicing saying no to things that drain you. It's about finding something you're genuinely passionate about and allowing yourself to share that excitement.
So, as we close out today's episode, we want to leave you with a question to think about.
Think about that magnetic person you pictured at the beginning of the show. Which of these 5 traits do you see most clearly in them? And more importantly, which single trait could you consciously decide to practice this week?
Just pick one. Maybe it's putting your phone away and truly listening in your next conversation. Maybe it's saying no to one small request. Start there.
That's all for this episode of The Behavior Code. I'm Maria.
And I'm Gabriel. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.